We just wanted to do a video talking about, just to kind of give you, or explain maybe, what happened this last week. So on Friday, Brock, Boston, me, and Gentry went with our friends, Shad and Jazlyn, on an airplane. And Shad wanted to take us over a lake so that we could see this lake. And the weather was beautiful, and the flight was going really well.
That was awesome.
As we came over the mountain, Shad decided to pull out the landing gear, because as we were coming down, he wanted to slowly go down so we could see the lake better. And then we hit a pocket of turbulence, and he went to give it a little bit more power. And as he went to go give it more power, that you couldn't. He couldn't. Nothing was working. And
engine was running. We just didn't have power.
Yeah,
power was out. Yeah.
So Shad turned to all of us and he said, "Everyone, I'm gonna have to land this. Hold on tight." And we thought he was joking at first, and then he's like, "I'm serious. Everyone, get ready to land." And at that point,
he turned off the engine.
He didn't turn off the engine.
We still kind of were coming in. I remember Jazlyn and Boston both started saying a prayer.
We're just saying I just remember looking.
And as, I don't think that, we don't need to tell details of the prayer, but as the Gentry was on the right side, Shad was on the left side, and Gentry was turned around telling all of us, everything's gonna be okay, everything's gonna be okay, we're gonna be good. And then Shad was paying attention to what was all the surroundings as he navigated us down, and just said, "Relax, guys, relax." And then we landed, and I was the first person to get out. So I got out, and then I was trying to run around. So the doors automatically opened on impact. I tried running around to Gentry's side to get Gentry. And then Brock and Boston were able to get out. And Jazlyn had broken her arm. And so she was in shock, and her leg was hurting. And so
she ran out to the field, and then I followed after her.
And so Brock and Boston stayed with Jazlyn. And as I'm going around the side of the plane, I could see just so many people. And I don't know how many people there are now, but
it looked like there was a lot of people.
Yeah, but when I looked out, I could see so many people, and I was just screaming for their help.
Running down towards us.
They
were there.
And there happened to be an EMT that was actually right there. And so if they weren't there, things could have gone worse. Yeah. Because the EMT knew what to do and was helping, especially my dad, because my dad was the most injured.
He was trauma 1.
Yeah, so I saw Gentry, and his legs were caught into the plane, and so he was upside down a little bit. So I just scooped him up, and I just was holding him and just screaming that I needed help because it was so heavy I couldn't hold him. And then a guy came in and he helped hold Gentry, and I ran around the plane and I was trying to get his legs unpinned because the engine had kind of come in. I think it was the engine on his feet. And then I couldn't get him out, and Shad was still in the front seat. And so I knew we needed to get Shad out, but Shad couldn't feel his legs. And so I was just yelling for help. I'm like, "Can we please help get Shad out so that we can get Gentry out too?" And one thing that they were all worried about they're like, "Everyone go get sand, go get water," because they were worried about a fire.
But Shad had turned off
the engine before we...
So that it wouldn't blow up.
Yeah. So everything Shad did was perfect. We've had so many pilots email us and message us saying the fact that he landed that plane, he's a hero.
Without any skid marks behind it.
We
didn't roll,
when the people that were there saw us coming in, they said it looked like we were floating and being carried in. And that's, I feel like, the perfect description of how it felt to us.
Yeah, because we were all calm and just it felt like angels.
Yeah, I remember normally, if you know me, someone will literally touch my shoulder and I'll scream.
Yeah.
But for some reason there, I just felt this complete calmness come over me, and I just braced that front seat, and we landed.
Yeah.
And then when someone landed, you had told someone to call me, and that's when I found out.
Yeah.
So-
And I was
lodge.
home alone, and so
Yeah.
I was super scared.
Yeah, we had people run up to the lodge, call my sister, and have everybody. We also called life flight and ambulances while we were down there.
Well, no, first, so they saw it going down. All the people came to help us, and then one person went to the lodge to make the call for 911.
'Cause we didn't have service down there.
Because
Yeah.
Brock, when we first landed, Brock
When we
tried
first
calling
hit,
911.
my dad's phone came to my feet. I started dialing 911. We didn't have service, so that was good that they went up to the lodge.
Yeah. So immediately 911 or life flight was on their way. Ambulances were on their way.
But they were closer than they should have been.
Of the army of people that came running to help, I know for sure one. I can't remember
Well,
how
there's
many.
one
that was
EMT
an
in training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the EMT guy, he was able to look at everybody's injuries and say who was needed the most help. And Gentry broke his femur, his tibia, fibia, shattered his ankle. His pelvis was broken, and it was
His pelvis went 50% up into his spine,
he broke
which
his
is called spine.
T12.
T12 and L5 were injured
And
in
then
his back.
his neck got
I thought there was a
hurt,
C
too.
something.
T12,
And then his face.
L5.
Something.
And he had a thoracic burst in his back, so that's what they had to.
And he's
do
just
on his
bleeding
And
back.
all
then
over.
he broke his nose,
And this bone.
teeth, the orbital bones. There were several fractures in his face
Like his eye, too.
and his eye. That night they did the surgeries on his legs and did a
Face.
temporary fix on his ankle.
And his
They
face.
fixed his face, his nose,
And
and
graft.
part of his teeth.
Yeah.
And then and that night they noticed that he had bleeding on his brain. So they didn't want to do surgery first thing in the morning, seeing that there was new bleeding happening on his brain. And our ward and so many people
We're praying for
were
him.
praying and fasting for our
Fasting.
family.
And
They
so
definitely were.
there happened to be like little there
Almost no
brain
almost
bleeding after we had received all those prayers. So it was just a miracle. Really.
Yeah.
And he's doing way good now too.
He has
He's intubated right
he's
now.
still intubated, but they wanted to keep him intubated because of his facial fractures in his neck.
So if they have to do another surgery, like
Anything.
anything, they wanted to make sure they
He's
had to
ready to- yeah, he's
re-intubate
ready.
him because it would hurt his face.
Yeah.
And they were worried about his neck if they had to re-intubate him. So hopefully today is when he'll.
They let us FaceTime him. We can't go into the hospital room because of COVID. And
So we've
It's
just
just
been
been
able
hard.
to see him on FaceTime. He was intubated when we FaceTimed him, so
he couldn't
talk.
respond. He's
But
Hey,
sedated.
he was trying to.
But he was trying to,
nod
like,
his
You could
head.
see
him.
his
He was
shoulders
nodding.
trying to move, and we just told him, "Relax. We want you to relax."
He
We'll-
could
was
hear us and he would
relaxing.
relax after we told him to relax. So,
So,
we knew he was
you know.
listening.
He knew we were
Hearing
there
us.
talking to him.
Yeah,
We
But
just
it's-
told him we were praying for him.
yeah. Shad actually has the exact same back injury as Gentry. They had to have the exact same surgery, so
Rehab's gonna
be similar. Other than
Shad's gonna
Gentry
be,
has his legs.
Yeah, Shad's gonna be a couple steps, so they'll be in it together.
Yeah.
And he said that he'll help him, too.
Yeah, so
Jazlyn.
Shad was actually getting up and starting to walk the other day, so
yeah.
that gives us a lot of hope for our dad too.
Yeah, they did tell us that he could move his left leg
And that's
pretty well, and
In
he
the
can
morning,
feel.
And then later
and
that day, he said that
he moved
he
his
kinda
right
moved
leg
his
a little
right.
bit, so they don't know how to the extent yet. He hasn't been able to open his eyes yet, so we don't know.
They're just so
Vision,
slow and shut.
But everything he's been through, he's been doing so good, like way good.
And the fact that we were all in a plane crash and we all survived is insane because there's just been so many. And
It's just a big miracle.
And so,
But a lot
so
of
tell what
blessings.
happened to you two. Like how your injuries.
So I broke 4 ribs on this side, on my left side, and then 2 ribs on my
I
right.
thought it was 3 ribs.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
it was
I thought it was 4 and 3.
Okay, I can't remember. And then
And she has a bruised lung.
bruised lung, then and a slipped disc in my neck or something.
Yeah.
But
But honestly, like other than that and bruising, I feel like
Show your arm.
oh,
I don't know
I
if
should
you
go
guys
up
can
and
see.
okay. Can you see that?
And
Just
show
the
your
bruise
leg.
on that.
Can you lift up your
Yeah.
leg?
I know.
then me and
No.
Boston, we got
If you can see the
bruises on
bruises.
our
just going down.
We got scabs and stuff all over where our seatbelt was.
And then, boss, tell what happened to you.
I broke my hip. It's like a little fracture, so I'm doing good. It's just like more like we're more sore, and like we got like a couple scratches, and our muscles are like super like sore, and like we have a little bit of scabs, but we're doing good.
Where our seatbelts are, we got bruises.
And then Brock got bruised a lot.
It was my lower back that was just super sore, and then my neck, and then my jaw, and then my arm. But
it was good that we.
And then the pilot's wife, you didn't finish saying that.
So
she broke
Jazlyn,
her arm.
she broke her arm and her wrist. So she just had surgery on Sunday. She's been in a lot of pain, and so she's hoping to get out of the hospital today, which is Monday. So she was in the hospital from Friday to Monday. Shad thinks that he's going to get out of ICU today and hopefully be moved down just to more
rehab type stuff.
Or not ICU level. Gentry, we're hoping that he's extubated today, so that maybe we can talk to him, or he can just be more alert, so that we know he's okay.
Yeah, like maybe he could say like yes.
Because I got to FaceTime him before he went into his first surgeries when he had first gone to the hospital, and he was responding to me and talking to me. And the things he said, he said to me, he said, "I'll be okay," and then he told me he loves me and all of us. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as hard as this is, I feel like we've had like equal miracles to all of the hard things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there have been so many things where we crashed, how we were able to.
How it unfolded.
Yeah, the people that were there to call for help, like the location. That there were EMTs that were there, like so many. Just how the plane floated down.
Even if it stopped 45 seconds earlier, like there's no way.
It was crazy.
And with all of this, we still miss Gentry, you know?
It's still really
it's
hard.
gonna be hard. And so, I guess we can send the video here now. And so my dad had it filmed. I think he has 4 videos that he had pre-filmed before the crash. And so we're gonna slowly upload those because he already had them scheduled and everything. So we're gonna slowly upload those. But we think it's good because we want you guys to see how he was before the crash.
Where he's
and
happy.
where he's happy and he's with us, and so
I think it will make those videos
more special.
Yeah.
So we're
And
still gonna upload those videos, and we might still upload, but we want to try to keep things as normal as possible because it's not normal at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if we are posting, it's just helping us, you know, because we want to try to get back to normal life.
Yeah.
But
So, and we've already felt so much love and support.
yeah,
So thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
From the bottom of our hearts.
yeah. All right, well, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll try to be updating you guys on YouTube a little bit, but we're for sure updating on Instagram. So if you guys want to go over and follow us all on Instagram, we'll be updating there.
Yeah. Those will be just short updates. I feel like it's easier to tell the story here, you know, but we just decided like we'll do what we can, you know, like if we tell our story and want to just save it for us, we might do that, or we might share it. It's just hard knowing what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
This is all new for us.
Yeah,
So
it is.
So yeah, we'll see you guys next time.